Folks, what's up everybody? Jeff here. Check it out. It's actually pretty empty in here right now because I guess we're in the lunch hour and people are truly at lunch. There's a lot of cars on the parking lot, but not so many people inside. So welcome everybody. I wanted to show you just a few of the couple of deals that I found. I came in here actually looking for some stuff here. We're going to do an emergency repair for a friend of ours tonight. Have to put in some new plumbing under her sink for her. And SoCal makes it in first. How about that, people? So anyway, take a look at this, guys. So we're looking here, and remember, even last year they never put these on sale, and now finally they got them down to $28.08 from $54.97. Remember, I kept making fun of them last year, going, "Hey, let's see what we can do to not sell these." So finally, $28.08, and that says to me the '08 that I think that's probably clearance, maybe 8 weeks, something like that. I don't know. But anyway, what do you guys think about this price? Do you think this is worth it at $28.08? Should I get one of these now? I don't know if I should buy two, buy one for me and one for a tool giveaway coming up or something. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the chat if you think that's a good price for this. I'm still mulling it over right now. There's 4 of them left here. If I did it, I'd probably buy two of these today. And then you guys have probably heard that the Octane is on its way out the door, and so these are the new packaging. I don't know if you guys have seen these yet. We just got these in about a week ago. I didn't have time to do a live stream when I was in here last week, but my TTI rep was in here and was mentioning this to me. This is kind of a bland kind of packaging. I really liked that high-tech packaging that they had on here, with these, but you still get the lifetime warranty on here. So this is their 18-volt half-inch drill driver kit, and this one comes with a 2 amp-hour battery and the case and the charger. I think it's the soft case. Now this one is going to be $99. So there's your SKU number and everything there on that. And Carlos says, "How does the Scout saying go? 2 is 1 and 1 is none." Yeah. So, as far as I know, this is the first one in that they have that's new. I don't know what they're doing with the other ones. They're not really marked down yet. Although there is a slight sale price going on, let me show you on the other side of it here. This is the subcompact kits. I remember when these came out last summer at $199, everybody was asking me, well, what do you think they're going to drop to? And I said, well, I was hoping on Black Friday they would drop down low, but I can't remember if they did or not. But they're $179 now, so at least they're $20 cheaper than they were when they first came out. And you are getting the 2 amp-hour batteries on this one. Wait for the sale, Stephanie says. Yeah, of course these could always disappear on you. The one I'd like to see drop right here is the Ryobi electric ratchet. So this has 35 foot-pounds of torque, the exact same as the M12 one from Milwaukee. But this kit, see, and it's still a pretty good price, even with this kit, because you're getting the ratchet, and I think this one comes with a charger and a 1.5 amp-hour battery, which is fine. I mean, to use with this little tool, perfect size battery to have on there. Most of us, if you have any other Ryobi tools, like we have this, I have bigger batteries too if I ever need them. But really, these things will last forever on pretty much any battery you put on there. Any Makita deals? Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up, because I'm right here next to the Makita thing, and I think some of these deals are going away next week. That's why I wanted to check. Yeah. So we've seen this before. This was already put up at the beginning of February, but if you look way over here, see that? So that says to me this thing's coming down next week on the 28th. Now look how many items are left. Now, does this mean these are all going to end up back on the clearance counter in the back there? Maybe at a lower price? I don't know. What I've been seeing lately is they'll throw tools back there, but they're at the same price that they were here on the floor on their sale thing, and they'll probably have to sit there for a few months before they drop the price. But I just wanted you guys to remember that all of these that we've been looking at since the beginning of February, this thing might come to an end on the 28th. That's what it says on the sign. It's not a guarantee. Sometimes they'll take it down later. They could take it down sooner. You just never know what can happen during the age of COVID. And then likewise on the other side, all of these deals too. These guys, so if you guys were sitting on the fence and waiting for like this deal here, I don't know if it doesn't mean that it's going to revert back to $12.97 or will it stay at $9.97. Those are the things that we don't know. And our store here, for some reason, guys, does not have that Dewalt deals display going on yet, where I think it probably starts technically on April 1st. But I know other stores, not in my area, have it. I've seen it on other channels where you have that 5 amp hour battery if you buy the one tool. We just don't have it here. There's like nothing. There's no indication of it here whatsoever. Here, and this is the wrong tool in the wrong place here, but they've got the 3/8 inch ratchet, the fuel. Make sure it's fuel here, because sometimes they have different things on the sticker than what's actually there. So this is actually the wrong tool, but the 3/8 inch ratchet here is down to 160, was 199. But a lot of times, if you look on those Milwaukee deals of the day, sometimes you can get these. I don't remember if it was the fuel version, but certainly my M12 regular version that I have, I'd see those thrown in with deals all the time on there, on those deals of the day. I'm going to check back here. There was a Craig kit that I wanted to show you guys, because one of my lamentings back in Black Friday time frame was that, gosh, how come they don't ever drop the price of the Craig jig? But this time they did. So again, here's that 08 again, see that? And so the Walt deal starts $329 in New York, down in May, according to the sign. Okay, good one. Thanks, Mr. Merdier. So here you go. The Craig jig, that's the K4 pocket hole system. So this is great, because this is what enables you to build like the shelves and stuff. I have one of these at home. I actually lent it to my buddy Vinny to do some work there on his. So our store's down to the last one. $50 is a really good price, because normally, like at when we see them at Christmas time, they're usually 99 and they don't budge on the price. I've seen them as low as 79 before. So scoring one of these for $50 is a pretty good deal. Now the rip cut, I actually bought one of these, but you know what? I just ended up never using it, because I eventually bought my table saw. Once I bought my table saw, I stopped using it, because you can see it's kind of cumbersome hooking it up to your circular saw. And it was good and it's accurate, but just cumbersome to hook it up to the saw. But anyway, yeah, $34.97 is not too bad a price. And some of your stores might still be taking these Lowe's coupons, these 10% off. Hey, by the way, guys, so a number of you have been telling me over the past couple of weeks that your local Home Depots have informed you that they're no longer taking that Lowe's coupon, and that's been pulled out of their system. I used one in here the other day, but when they pulled it up on the cashier's online book screen under promotions, I didn't see it listed there anymore. So what the girl did was she did it as a military discount, instead. So that was pretty good. They were still able, some of them can just force a 10% on there too as well. So anyway, am I guilty of stolen valor then? That's what that's what I want to know. Hey, I didn't do it wearing a camouflage uniform or anything. All right, so here we still have the 2 tanks, but they got wiped out of the hoses, man. At $24.97, those things just grew wings. And Uncle Chrissy says, have you seen the new Flex line at Lowe's? Manufactured by Shervon. Yep, they also make the Cobalt. Shervon makes another, who else do they make? There's another brand that they make. I always forget. Anyway, Darwin just checked in with a $2.99 super chat. Thank you so much for that, Darwin. And so, let's see. They're positioning themselves to compete with Milwaukee, Dewalt, and Makita. There you go. All right, so now, the other thing I wanted to tell you guys about was check in your store for the Milwaukee pack-out totes. Now, this is the 15-inch. In our store here, my TTI guy showed me this last week. There's I don't know if it was the 10-inch, 9-inch, 12-inch, whatever size. It was the smaller size than this, but they were being marked down to a penny to get them out of here. I was like, no way, why didn't you call me? And he gave like 3 of them to a fireman, and fireman bought them. So I'm like, oh man, I wish I'd known about that. I ran up to the Boca store and they didn't have any left up there, but I was searching everywhere. So go and check your stores and see if you could, not the 15, so this is what I'm showing you right now is the 15-inch. Look for the smaller one and see if they've got them there. And if it's even a penny. Now, I think what you have to do is get a Home Depot employee with a scanner to actually scan it in, or just take it up to the register to double check. Because I have bought stuff here at Home Depot before, like big boxes of roofing nails, that when you get it up to the cash register, it said 1 penny when it checked. And let's see, Ron says the Craig K4 is discontinued, so they are being cleared out to make way for the 720 Pro. Yeah. Well, the K4 is a great little kit. I don't know how you improve that, but I'd be interested to see. Hey, look at this. We got a new Stanley Stack that we haven't had here before. It looks, not as rugged and a little cheapish, a little smaller. This is great for if you're like one of those... My bad. This is great if you're one of those, like, office technical guys and you're just wheeling around a bunch of, little tools and parts and stuff like that. So this is $34.97. It's a 19-inch mobile toolbox setup. Yeah, not too bad. It's not IP rated or any of that stuff, but I wouldn't use this probably to carry around like all your really, really super heavy duty construction tools like we do in the pack out here, or like we would here with the RIDGIDs, which by the way, they just got a ton of RIDGIDs in, and like we do here with the Dewalts, which are super tough. Okay, but $34.97, man, for a stack up like this, yeah, you can't beat it. It's on wheels. So yep. So we haven't had that one here in this store before. And then these are back on sale again. Here's your interlocking organizers. So these are very similar to the Dewalt. See how they'll latch so you can stack up as many as you want on the side. It's got that kind of cheapish... I've never been a fan of this kind of semi-see-through plastic because you can sort of see but not really see. I want full clarity when I'm looking at my stuff. But look at this, man. $11.97 for the 2-pack. Somewhere is a child starving from child labor, I'm sure. Because I don't know how they can make any money on that, man. How they can even make a profit with that there. Word One says, I have them and they suck. What, these interlocking organizers? Is that what you're talking about? So you said, is that what you were talking about? That sucks. The K5 is also being eliminated. Wow. Koneman's on top of that. The dividers don't keep anything divided. Is that what he said? Yeah, see, so you got this big thing of paper, so it's blocking the view inside, so I really can't see what it's doing inside to be able to examine it. Yeah, so Word One says, yes, he doesn't like these. The ones I have, which I just love, if they have them here, let me see. Well, looks like they're sold out, but they have like the half-size version of it. I have the full-size version of this, which I like because it's and these are good too because see, you can clip them right onto the... Well, actually, no, this one is compatible with the Jobsite organizer one. The other ones that look like this are not, so they won't clip onto it. But I don't see it here anymore. Okay, so I think this is what Word One was talking about. But I don't know, it looks like the organizers go up all the way, right? The dividers. So it should work. Then again, should is a whole different ball game, folks. The word should means sometimes, sometimes not. And I wanted to show you over here on the Dewalt. Let's see. We have here the little whirly bird attachment. See, here's theirs. This is what you should be using when you're doing sidewalks. It just blows my mind how many guys I see using the wand to do a sidewalk. I'm like, what a waste of time. And then you see a bunch of, like, it looks like crayon lines from it. And anyway, so this one will handle up to 3,700 PSI. My only issue with this is it's 18 inches, and I'm pretty sure, like, I have a different one at home. It's not Dewalt, but it's this big one with the handlebars on it. And it, I think, is a 21 inch. The wider you can get it, the better. Most sidewalks are, 4 feet wide? So now you're talking about having to make 3 passes on the up and down the sidewalk to get it, instead of maybe 2.5, Everything else here is still the same price. Not really much to report there. My TTI guy was telling me they were getting in some new Ryobi lawnmowers that he says one of them was up to like $5.99. I'm like, you're insane! Because they couldn't even sell the Egos. And I don't know why they still haven't managed to sell these guys. Probably because there's no batteries here. So if you buy this, you don't have a battery. But I would love to do one of these as a tool giveaway. The problem, guys, is these boxes are so big that the shipping would be enormous on them. But yeah, we still have these here at this price. We're talking 50% off there, you know. 50%. And so we have the blower. I would love to get that 530 blower right here because, let's see, my Dewalt blower, which is it similar to this one? Mine's the one where the battery kind of slides underneath in like a little protected cage. Mine's only like a 400 CFM. And I don't know how much noticeable difference there is because, you know, all these guys they're all about specsmanship. And so, all right, so the Milwaukee fan is 89. Now, I do know that the Dewalt fan is, for this sale that's coming up, is going to be $125 for the fan, which is their normal price now. But they'll throw in the 5 amp hour battery, which is currently going for $149. However, keep in mind, guys, that Dewalt fan with the battery kit that I got last April, it was around this time last year, was $99 for that kit when I got it. So even though it's an okay deal coming up, I still think you could do better, and maybe it will do better. I just don't know. I can't answer that for you. So now all the fans are starting to get out. Jeffrey Palafox says, I swear, Jeff's HD has so many more displays than mine. You want to know why? TTI guy told me the other day that this is the #1 performing store in our region. I mean, look at this place. It's really set up nice, well stocked, just beautiful in here. So we do have the new Honda HRX. And just because you see the yellow sticker doesn't mean it's on sale. I don't know if that's a sale price or not because it doesn't say any other reference price. Sometimes they'll just throw a price on a yellow sticker and it doesn't mean that it's on sale. So they got all the fans out, all the nice little powerful floor fans, and it starts off with this one here. This one's $69.97. I'm trying to get the size on it. That's the 10-inch. This is a really big, rugged kind of a shop setup. And the 16-inch version goes up to $99 here. And then you're starting with the big wheeled versions over here. From small, medium, and super duper. Wind tunnel, Pratt & Whitney, checking out your airplane's performance. This is the 42-inch one for $349. So now that we're hitting spring and summer, you're going to start seeing more of these here. And then, this one is the 30-inch. That's 5,000 CFM right there on this one. 219. This one's 10,000 CFM. And then the kind of smaller 24-inch one, that's a 3,200 CFM. So that'll move some air for sure. And then, of course, you got your regular Lasco. Yeah, they have these every year. These are usually anywhere from $18 to $21 is what we see these for. Great deal for just a quick little cheap fan to set up in your house. And made in the USA since 1906. And I like Vornados. These guys always have these really cool little stylish fans. So these are 1988 3-speed. I have one of their little fans that's... You see how these are kind of deep? The one I have is just more of a flat cylindrical shape, and it's ideal for setting up like in a bathroom window to evacuate any dust if you're doing any kind of sanding and blowing out dust and stuff like that. So here you've got a 20-inch floor one that doesn't have wheels, $50. You have is this the 29-inch? That's a 20-inch. Same thing. But that's the higher velocity one. This one also comes with a stand for $69. So here you kind of have some of them lined up here. And of course they've got, it's like, I always laugh when I go by here because virtually every single person I know, their house has central air. I guess there's still some older houses that in our area that just don't have them yet, but especially over in the older Fort Lauderdale section near the airport, where back in the day when the airport was the naval base, they built all of these houses for the veterans. In fact, you guys see me doing those live streams from my friend's house that we were working on back in January and February. That was one of those houses. It was part of the naval base housing for the veterans and the enlisted people and their families. Nothing different here. Everything here is exactly the same as we showed. Now here's Ryobi's answer. They have a 15-inch version, and look, I mean, theirs is about $30 cheaper, and so it looks like they've lowered the price on it about $5. What I'm still looking at getting, let me see if they still got them here. Oh yeah, this one. This is the one that I might want to get here just for doing my car washes with the foam cannon, because to use a foam cannon you need like at least, I think, like 1,000 psi. This will do 1,600. But my only little hesitant about this is that, see, this one only does 1.2 gallons per minute. And you'd really want to get one that can do, ideally, if you want the best possible snow foam possible, you'd want to get one that can do 2 gallons per minute. But as soon as you get up into that kind of range, you're talking $1,500 to almost $2,000, And of course, you might as well switch to gas if you're getting up that high. But of course, the guys that are buying them, they want the quiet. They want the electric and the quiet. Okay, so they've even got a smaller one here too, the 12-inch surface. And this one can handle up to 2,300 psi. So that's the one thing you got to make sure of, is when you're buying any of these kind of surface things, will they mate up to your unit, and can they handle the psi that your unit is putting out there too? And William says, yeah, not a bad price for that Eagle leaf blower. It sure is, man. If it had batteries in it, I would have bought every single one of those things, man. I'll keep one and just give away the others over time, over the months. And of course, this is always the time when they start putting out all of your ceiling fans. Now the problem, there's a couple of problems with ceiling fans that I'm just so over, okay? The chains, okay? I don't like the ones that have the chains. I don't like the ones that have the light bulbs that you got to keep dealing with. I like to buy the ones where the LED is already embedded into the canopy, usually as a row of chips, and that it has its own remote. Because trying to buy these other remotes and making them fit with these lights is sometimes very, very tricky for people. Now this one here actually comes with its own light bulbs, which is good. But I've kind of gotten away from. I don't install ceiling fans really in any of my units. Only if there was one already there and I'm going to replace it before I sell it. But like these are ones that I've put in for people in the past, like the Ashby Park here. 139. So this is what I'm talking about. You want your fan to be a lot more sleeker. Get rid of those old-fashioned light bulb things hanging down. The chains. You don't need a chain. You're using the remote, and the remote hangs on the wall, but like a light switch. There's a little holster that you can glue it to the wall. And what's cool about this one too? See, now you're starting to see that you can change the light, the color of the light. So warm white, 2700. That's going to be like your old-fashioned yellowish light bulbs. Then soft white is 1,000, and then daylight is 5,000. So this is really cool. You can really change the range of it. So I always look for this. I always look for the ones that say dimmable and remote included. Okay. And if it doesn't have that, I don't even consider it. I don't care if it's on sale or whatever. I just don't even consider it. Okay, so all the Makita OPE here is still the same price. Nothing much different there happening. Okay, so we're back. That happens once in a while where you'll just be transmitting and all of a sudden it just locks up and you restart the phone and you're right back to where you started again. So here we go. So we were coming to check out the section. And I think we'll try this side first. We still have a few of these Ryobis, but the prices aren't all that great yet. They might be soon, but I mean, look, they got boatloads of them. So if these sit here like this a few more weeks, I bet you're going to see this drop if it hasn't already, even because I haven't had a employee come and scan these yet. So we got more of the, and you got hammer drills over here. So for those of you guys that can't afford like the real heavy, you know, big brands, man, I mean, already $20 off is not too bad to start off with. I mean, 60 bucks to get a hammer drill. I don't even know who has one that price right now anyway. Thoughts on the big Lowe's announcement with Flex tools? Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see those tools, get my hands on some of them when they come out and see how well they compete with the other ones. What else have we got? Mostly some lighting and fans, which isn't surprising because they were setting the whole lighting and fan section. And then on this side of the clearance, we've got, see, more lighting. You got some, I don't know what they're doing with this Price Fister, but man, this thing is massively tall. This box is like 2 feet long, but they don't have price on it, so we don't know. And I don't think we have a price on this Dewalt either. It's the tool only, 7 1/4 inch. So this is the DCS 570B bare tool, but no price. Oh wait, there we go. Yeah, so you guys can look that up and see if that's a good price or not. But yeah, there's your Home Depot number there, your SKU number. You just enter that into any search, and that will tell you how much it is. Remember, not everything that they set over here initially will be at a good price. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Like this RIDGID right here, I showed you guys this a few weeks ago. And even though kind of right off the bat it looks like, wow, $100 off, blah, blah. But it turns out that from a number of people have told us this is not a good deal at all. Because people have seen this at $199. A lot of you have reported that you actually bought that at $199 when it was on sale. I don't know if that was last summer or not. And see if any other questions coming in. Yeah, those Flex tools are not in the stores yet. And Matthew says, I just got on any lawnmower deals. Zilch. The only thing you might get lucky on, and I'm gonna, when we head back up front, I'm gonna show you because I got lucky on it. All right, so we got these. Yeah, these are still $79. They didn't drop the price on these. I was gonna show you guys this really awesome workbench table they had here the other day, but it looks like they sold it. It was like huge, 6 or 7 feet long, and it looked like one of those really old, rustic, old school deals. Here you got your Empire. You have your choice. You can get this one for $8.97. So this is the 12-inch with the 7-inch Rafter square set. And it's funny, I bet 100% of us buy these and never use them on rafters. I use them for like doing tile, for measuring drywall. And then I love these guys because these are great because of the magnetic strip on there. But see, the Empire, see, you got that clear with the blue liquid. I think that's a lot easier to see than the yellow. And then you can look right from the top. Let me see if I can do it right. You can put your bubble right in the middle there and view it from up top, which is better. And then for appliances, you can just stick it right on the side and it stays there. Tell you if it's accurate or not. All right, and so we're gonna head up front, and I'm gonna show you that lawnmower deal from Dewalt, and I'm going to show you how I saved a boatload mint. But guess what, guys? Even if the lawnmowers are not on sale, like I've told you guys, if your store still takes those Lowe's 10% off coupons, make sure you bring them in there. And like I said earlier, if any of you missed what I mentioned earlier, I used one here at this store the other day. And when I looked, when she was entering it on the screen, she went onto the online promotion, online cashier's book, pulled up the promotions tab, and it wasn't there. So I don't know if they took it out here in our area too, and maybe the word just hasn't got out to the cashiers yet. And some of them, even when it was in there, some of them didn't use it that way. Some of them just did a manual 10% off. Okay. So when you're looking at the Dewalt mower, see how this one here says it's a push mower, right? So this one is $3.99. Okay, we know that. We know that the self-propelled one is supposed to be $4.99. That's this guy right here. He's the 244, is the self-propelled version, right? Still with me? Now, look what they did here at this store, because it's so confusing to people. They actually put the push mower price, the $3.99 sticker on here, when it should say $4.99. And I took advantage of that a few weeks ago here, because they had them marked wrong, so they had to charge that price for it. They had to honor it. So that's one thing you might get lucky at, because it's so confusing. When you look at these, you just can't tell. And not only that, which I started filming my review video on this last week, and I pointed it out in the video. Let me see. I thought somewhere on the box it got very misleading. Oh, here we go. Okay, so look at this. On this side of the box, it says brushless, direct drive, cordless, self-propelled mower. And then you got the logo, right? Now watch this. You come over here to the top, and it says cordless push mower. What? Is that not like the weirdest thing in the world? They're totally contradicting themselves there. So I can see how the employees here must have got all misconstrued about that and got it all confused, right? So what I'm telling you guys is you go into your store and see if they did the same thing in your store, and you can benefit by that little confusion there. Thank you, Dewalt, for misprinting that. So not only did I get mine for the $3.99 instead of $4.99, I used the 10% off Lowe's coupon and got an additional, whatever it was, $50 off. I think I ended up paying out the door $359.10 for this. That should have been a $500 lawnmower. So that's your sale right there. Even though you're walking down the aisle, there's no sign here saying there's a sale, but I just showed you how to make a sale out of this by getting $100 off on it. And at the very least, if you can't get that, then get the 10% off from a Lowe's coupon if they still take them in your area. So some of the areas that people have been telling me are Southern California, stop taking them. Pennsylvania and New Jersey already, even last year, weren't taking them, from what a lot of people were telling us. So yeah, so Donald Bright says he's already looking online, and the Craig jig is not even online. Yeah, so I'm wondering if that was a clearance price. Specifically, it wasn't in the clearance section on there. And when they hit clearance, when they're a clearance price, they're not going to show up online. So that's why you don't look online to see if they're in your store. You just go to your store and find them. That's what you got to do on those. Okay. All right, so listen, guys, I got to head out of here because I got to get down to my friend's house and get all this stuff installed. I'm doing a dishwasher install for her. And it's been an unbelievably wild week of just, working everybody's emergencies that's come up, including my daughter's car. Her car broke down on Alligator Alley over the weekend, and I had to drive out there in the middle of Alligator Alley and jump start her, and then we had to put a $1,600 alternator and a tensioner pulley and new belts, and I did the service A on it, so $1,600. Everything else here is the same. I was going to see if they added anything new. I thought there was something new that I was going to point out. Oh, yeah, it's not really new. It's been here, but it's kind of been hidden. So here, they took a couple of bucks off the 9-inch. Wait, that's the the multi-bit, yeah, screwdriver. So the thing, I like how you got this longer bit, because sometimes having the longer bits is useful. What would make this one better is if it was reversible, where it's Phillips on one side and flat on the other. Okay. I do have a Craftsman one that looks like this, but it's one of those gyroscopic. You flick your wrist and it spins. So I got to do a review on that one. That was a cool one. Okay. So let me come back here and make sure we didn't miss anything else. And I think these might. No, I don't. No, that's octane, so that's not new. So I'm kind of trying to get used to, there's the old box, and there's the new box. So that's the only one he said that we had in right now. And none of the others are in yet. So yeah, these are the other ones I'm got my eye on for you guys. If you want to see those cheaper, that's what we're hoping, that they'll drop the price on this. All right, so anyway, guys, I'm going to head out. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And yeah, there's not like a whole lot of stuff on sale right now that we haven't already covered. You know, all of those buy more, save more things. Those are already spoken for. We've already talked about that, covered them a million times. So anyway, I hope it gave you some good, useful info. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, folks, man, you see all the great videos we upload for you, all of those how-tos and the remodeling videos and stuff like that. So click that subscribe button down below there. Okay, and when you do that, click that gray bell icon, and that tells YouTube to alert you whenever we go live or whenever we upload a new video, because you don't want to miss any of our videos, folks. So you guys have a great, productive day. And if your question wasn't answered, leave it in the comments down below after it loads up, and we will be glad to help you out. And then lastly, Mike Land just sent us a $5 super chat as well. Thank you so much for that. And cool. Hey Jeff, I just got through a crazy time. All right. Are you guys, did they for your COVID lockdown yet over there in the UK? I know they're kind of just starting in New York. My friend's driving back to New York. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. You guys have a great one, and we'll see you all on the next one.